Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have week 1 of the MPL. Feels weird to be back. If you guys didn't know, I used to upload Pokemon on a different channel, and I'm now back uploading on this channel. So the MPL is a league I run. I created it, and we're in Season 4, and this is going to be week 1. This is a divisional game against our boy Alpha Drops. Definitely go check out his channel. He's a great battler, very underrated battler in my opinion. He'll tell you that he's trash, but he is actually a great battler. He's in my division along with Akki, who is considered one of the best battlers in my opinion. And then Davion, Noiver Nation. He is a good battler sometimes he's a bad battler. Now Davion actually, he beats me a lot, which he's kind of like my kryptonite. Like, he just, beats me and PP stalls me, but it's whatever. But yes, here we got Alpha. Me and Alpha have had some good games. I've beaten him, he's beaten me. I guess our most important game, a playoff game in the ITL, I beat him. And last year in the ITL, we beat each other. I think we went 1-1. And then last year in the MPL, he actually beat me. It's a little bit of hacks in his favor, but yeah, let's hope that we don't see any hacks this game. So we have a super rough, like, he's just got a really hard team to prep for. First thing to point out, he has a Volcarona, which isn't, you don't see it here, but that's a mon that I prepped for very hard for, and it didn't end up coming, which I was kind of disappointing because I felt like I was ready for it. And then he has things like Mega Aggron, he has Garchomp, Miltank, which I didn't really prep for that much. I have 2 fighting types on my team, as you can see, so it isn't that scary. He's got the freaking Tapu Fini, which is very hard to deal with. It's very hard to switch into with Nature's Madness because I really need HP on a lot of my mons in order to take hits. He's got Hitmontop, which can really do anything. It could be a check to Terrakion, which I think that's why it is there mainly. And then he's got Torn T, which just is very fast and puts a lot of pressure on my team. And as you see on my squad, we have Celesteela. This is an Assault Vest Celesteela. I believe it allowed me to take maybe a +1 Fiery Dance from Volcarona and Revenge Kill with Stone Edge. Then I also have Flamethrower on it for Mega Aggron and some other stuff on his team. And I think I'm packing Earthquake also. Am I packing Earthquake? I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely packing Flamethrower, Stone Edge. I have HP Ice for Garchomp, and then I would say maybe Earthquake or another coverage move. Something that can't touch Miltank. I just know that my set... Oh, Giga Drain. I have Giga Drain just for possible recovery on the Tapu Fini. Next, I have Virizion. This is actually a Scarf Virizion. This allowed me to Revenge Volcarona at +1 because I have Stone Edge on it. Then I also have Energy Ball and Focus Blast. And then also HP Ice on this as well. Yeah, just another special set. Helps me deal with Mega Aggron, Miltank. I'm Scarf, so I can hit Torn T with a Stone Edge. And yeah, it's a really good versus team. It's a very solid win condition against the 6 that you see. Then we have Mantine. Mantine was really here for Volcarona. Haze, Scald, Defog, and Roost. I don't really have good hazard removal on my team besides Mantine. But I'm not really looking forward to use Mantine, honestly. I just drafted it for hazard removal, but it's very passive and allows a lot of setup to occur. I mean, it does have Haze, but it can still lose. Like, this thing gets 1v1 by Tapu Fini, which is just annoying because of Misty Terrain. I can't, like, Toxic it or something. So, yeah. Not too thrilled about Mantine, but it's whatever. Next, we got Magnezone. I really brought Magnezone here to help with Tapu Fini and Torn. It's actually going to help us out with Mega Aggron and Miltank as well, because they don't have the best special defense. Once I get rid of Mega Aggron, is really good because then Guard can just fire off Hyper Voices, so that's cool. Then we got Terrakion. This is actually a Taunt Stealth Rock set. Terrakion outspeeds and beats a lot of his rockers. As you see, he has 3 rockers right here. Terrakion can outspeed those, so like if it's turn 1, and they just want to like set up rocks, I can easily taunt it because Mega Aggron, obviously it's weak to fighting type, but its defense is so good that it just 1v1s Terrakion. So yeah, so like if I fire off a close combat, it doesn't even do 50, and then he just hits me with Earthquake and I have a chance to die depending on investment. Then we have a Mega Gardevoir. This is a Wish Hyper Voice Psyshock set. Psyshock is here for Volcarona also, just in case it got out of control. Just in case like it tried to set up in my face, I could hit it with a move that wasn't affected by the stat changes. And I put Heal Bell on it. I regret that also. I should have done Wish Protect or Calm Mind, because it would have been nice to have a mon that can like set up, because I have no setup mons, and usually it's nice to have a setup mon that could possibly win late game. But I wish I was actually Wish Protect. Based on how the game played out, I wish I was Wish Protect. So yeah, we're gonna start this with just on we'll just go normal speed. So he leads. Okay, let's start that over. So I lead Terrakion as he leads Miltank. So yeah, typical play could just be fire off a close combat, get big damage off, possibly kill this thing. But I was thinking maybe he might be Choppel with counter, or Choppel with just rocks. So I just went for the taunt, just in case he was like really bulky, Fizz Def, and because I'm not that heavily like I'm max attack, but I'm not adamant. I have no attack boosting. I have no item booster. I'm just Sash, so I just go for taunt here, not allowing him to get rocks up. Even though I do have a defogger, it was just nice. As he goes Finny, so yeah, Finny's pretty much gonna be able to wall my Terrakion. I can live a Scald and he can't burn me, which is nice. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not like Life Orb or Banded, so my Stone Edges aren't gonna 2-hit KO it. I could have brought Poison Jab if I wanted to, and probably 2-hit KO it. But yeah, I have rocks in this thing also. I wish I went for rocks there turn 1. It would have gave me nice momentum, forcing him to defog. And then I make a pretty, I don't know, it's probably a dumb play and go Mantine. I just didn't want anything taking a Nature's Madness because, that's 50% of my health. And Mantine's the only thing on my squad that has reliable recovery. Yes, Gardevoir has Wish, but I'm not Wish Protect, so I can't really like sit in front of this thing. I mean, I can sit in front of it, but I can't at the same time. So he's actually gonna hit me with the taunt as I go for a Roost, and yeah, he just totally. I don't know why, but I just forgot that thing got taunt. So I look bad there. I switch into Virizion here. I figured he wasn't gonna fire off a Moonblast. I have 2 Steel types. It wouldn't kill Mantine. So if anything, he was going for Nature's Madness or switching there, and yeah, he doesn't really have a good Mantine switching on the Scald because he doesn't want anything getting burnt. But actually, I think Misty Terrain was still up, yeah. So he was Miltank, probably just hoping to get his rocks up. And he makes a really weird play, in my opinion. He just goes for Seismic Toss here. I was a special Virizion, and like I said, Miltank's Spadef isn't great, and usually people run Fizz Def. But he was probably specially defensive because I do have a solid amount of special attackers. So he probably could have lived a Focus Blast, but still, I didn't think Seismic Toss would be his play. I thought maybe getting his rocks up would be more of a priority. So he just goes for the Seismic Toss, which it was interesting. And his reasoning was that he didn't want me to like start setting up in his face with Calm Minds, because that would have been really scary. I don't think I would have been able to get to a point where like Tornadus couldn't revenge me. But I guess he didn't want to risk missing a Hurricane and then just me 6-0ing him from there, because nothing could really revenge Virizion from that point. So he actually now gets his Stealth Arcs up as I Volt Switch. I do a lot of damage. I mean, I'm max special attack and I'm Shuka Berry, but it does a lot. So I get to bring my Terrakion again. I just get my rocks up. I figure that's important. And here you're gonna see one of the worst plays of probably gonna be of the season already, and it's week 1. So prepping, I only sped crept with Terrakion and Virizion for base 100, such as Miltank. I don't know why, but sometimes I just forget that Garchomp's 102 speed, and yeah, it bites me in the butt here. So my thought process is, okay, I go for close combat, I get good damage off Garchomp, which is a big threat to my team. Yeah, it's just a big threat. It outspeeds a lot of stuff and can put in a lot of work. So I get good damage off on that. And if he's Scarfed, yes, I die, but I get good information that he's Scarfed. Also, I wasn't expecting him to click Earthquake here if he was Scarfed, because that just allows me to come in with Celesteela for free and and pretty much get a free switch in. So we're gonna see what happens. He goes to Earthquake. He crits me. I die. Crit didn't matter. And yeah, I'm just like, wow. Okay, he's Scarfed. You know, it's good info to have for the rest of the game. But you know, it sucks. We lost our Terrakion, which was pretty important for things like just getting damage off. Honestly, Miltank, even Stone Edging Tapu Fini would be nice. But we get bamboozled by the Scarchomp because we didn't speed creep it correctly. So he switches. I bring Celesteela, just assuming he was locked in Earthquake, and I double here, expecting the Aggron. So I baited in the Aggron, I guess, and then I just fire off a Focus Blast here, and I miss, which, you know, it's not a big deal. I mean, it is. When it comes down to it in the late game, it actually kind of ended up mattering because he's actually Life Orb. He's not Assault Vest, so Life Orb damage plus that chip damage would have really racked up with Rocks being up. I know Tornadus gets Regenerator, but still, it would have just been very nice to have that damage. But we missed, so it's whatever. I wasn't playing well anyway. So we go Celesteela as he U-turns, gets that nice chip off, 3%. So yeah, that Life Orb chip is nice. As he brings in this thing. So I was just assuming he was Sap Sipper, which really doesn't make sense against my team because Virizion gets Fighting type coverage anyway, so he wasn't walling any Grass type anyway. So, but maybe just to avoid getting seeded by Celesteela, he would do that. And he fires off a Milk Drink, which, you know, makes sense. And here I go for another Focus Blast, which is 28, which is great chip. Would have been nice to do that, to get that earlier. I'm failing to like make plays. I could have clicked Stone Edge there, expecting Torn to come in. So I bring in my Gardevoir, expecting him to, you know, try and make a play here, which he does. He goes for Heat Wave. It doesn't do a lot, and then he reveals the U-turn, which chips down my Gardevoir a lot, which really sucks. So I'm on my back foot right now. So I go for a Wish. Yeah, I wish into Magnezone, which is good, as he fires off a Thunder Punch, expecting my Mantine to come in, or my Celesteela. But I get the nice wish here, and I just fire off a Volt Switch, expecting him to go for Earthquake. And yeah, I bring in my Virizion. I could have stayed in, went for Thunderbolt, and got a 2-hit KO, maybe. No, not 2-hit KO, never mind. And yeah. Now I pull the switch and fire off a Stone Edge, and Tapu Fini just eats it up. So I'm getting played here. I go into my Gardevoir expecting a Nature's Madness. He doubles into his Tornadus, and I'm just like, shit, I have to sack something here. So I go into my Mantine as he U-turns, and Mantine's still alive. Slowly trying to sack my Mons, but he goes into Garchomp, and this is where shit just, you know, freaking, I just look like an idiot. He goes to Dragon Claw, so everyone in the chat's like, oh, yo, you're good. Mega Gardevoir gets a free switch because he's Scarfed, because he outsped my Terrakion. But no, this man isn't Scarfed, because I'm an idiot, and didn't speed creep it correctly. Ugh, God, I'm garbage. So it's 6-3 right now. I'm just trying to avoid a 6-0 at this point. So that Terrakion played on the Garchomp really just hurt us. I clicked HP Ice here, which is a pretty bad play, because Energy Ball would have done solid damage to Garchomp either way. I should have went for Energy Ball, but I'm trashed, so. He goes for Moonblast. We get that prediction right. And I can just click Thunderbolt here, because I don't think he's going to go Garchomp, because that's his win condition. He doesn't want to risk it. It's obviously an offensive Garchomp, because he's just dropping my Mons left and right. Shuca Berry doesn't matter. Shuca Berry only mattered if he was like defensive, which he's not. So here comes Celesteela. I click Giga Drain here, trying to get my health up. He goes Miltank, so I'm like, oh my god, Sap Sipper. But no, we get lucky, and he's not Sap Sipper. So we are just going to try and whittle him down to a point where he's going to want to Milk Drink. So I figured once he gets below half, he's going to want a Milk Drink. Even though he just beats me 1v1 with the Seismic Tossing anyway. So I just figured he'd want to be safe. I don't know. Really makes no sense. But I just ended up going Virizion here because I realized I was losing and he was below 50. So I figured maybe he'd Milk Drink. But no. So I just go for Focus Blast here. He's just gonna stay in sack. I think he might have felt bad for me and just let me get some kills. And then he's gonna go Torn here. Like I said, that chip earlier would have ended up mattering, but I miss anyway, so it doesn't matter. Because he would have been in range for that Focus Blast, and even if he lived, Life Orb could have took him out, and he wouldn't be able to get this chip on me. But he actually misses. Oh my god, and I kill with Stone Edge. Which is cool, because now I get my Beast boost. I get +1 defense. I outspeed the Tapu Fini no, I don't outspeed the Tapu Fini, but it can't really touch me. And I have Giga Drain, so I get damage back from that. So if I can live a Garchomp hit and kill it off with HP Ice, I could potentially win this game. But Garchomp is Alpha Z eligible Mon and just blows me back with an Inferno Overdrive. I don't know if that was Fire Blast or Fire Fang. I'm assuming it's Fire Fang because I have Virizion, so Fire Blast wouldn't do as much to Virizion. But I played like shit week 1. We took the L. It's not a big deal. We lost to Alpha. He's a great battler. Sometimes I just struggle against like bulky offense, and sometimes I just over-predict also because I just assume people think the way I do. But in reality, I'm just trash. But yeah, guys, that's going to be my first battle back on the YouTube. So I'll see you guys next week for week 2 against Akki. Looks like we're going to start off our season 0-2, but it's all good. We're just doing this for fun and having a good time. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's been your boy, T-Daddy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.